Ready.
Okay, here with Aditi Ashok after her third round at the Mizuho America's Open. Another solid round you put up there, lots of birdies, especially on the front. What was working for you in that first stretch of holes?
Yeah, I think I was putting it really good. So I think whatever chances I got, I kind of hold them. And I hold out from the bunker on 4, which always helps. So yeah, I was 500 through 10, and I think it got really cold and windy after that. So I think it was just trying to make pars after that.
Just one bogey on the card and three just in 3 days. How important is it to limit mistakes out here?
Yeah, I think this golf course especially makes you think a lot, and if you get the right angles and if you play it smart, I think it's easier to not drop shots. At least that's what I felt when I played the first round. So that's kind of what I try to stick to. And the first day was bogey free, so I think that was my goal, to just stick to that and not make too many mistakes. I feel like today I kind of put myself in weird positions on a couple holes and I really had to scramble, but yeah, I think 3 bogeys so far is not too bad, and hopefully I can keep that going.
Sarah, go ahead.
I saw that hole out on 4. I mean, you were no man's land from that bunker. Just walk me through that golf shot.
Yeah, I think in the last year or so, I've actually worked a lot on my bunker shots, because I feel like on these golf courses, when the greens get firm, if you're on the wrong side, it's really hard to stop it. But before, I used to be the kind of player where it was kind of a written bogey, like I would be 20 feet, 10 feet past. But now I try to work on it a lot, try to find some way to put spin on it, so I'm actually able to get those shots close. And this was just a bonus, I guess. I read it well, and it kind of rolled into the hole. But yeah, I think I've worked a lot on those short, tight bunker shots, especially where the sand is kind of firm too. So yeah, I guess that's kind of paid off.
I know you got that win earlier this season on the LET in Kenya, but what's been the key to your confidence this season? You've been playing some really good golf and looking like a top class player.
Yeah, I think for me, I always believed I could do it because I knew I had the short game and the putting, but I just didn't hit it far enough. My first year, I used to hit it a bit further than I did last year, but still in the last 5-6 seasons, I felt like to be a better player, I needed some length, so I worked on that in the off season, and I feel like that 20-30 yards extra has just been helping me, look at the flag on some holes as opposed to just playing middle of the green. And the closer I get, I think it helps that my putting is good too, so creates more birdies.
How aggressive do you think you can be on this course, knowing that the temperature dropped a little bit today and that changed the conditions and your ability to adapt, knowing you'll only be a couple shots back?
Yeah, I think it's more about just playing my own game. Sometimes when the weather's good or you have the right clubs, you kind of have to capitalize on it. And I think I did a good job of that on the front 9, 5 birdies in 10 holes. So just trying to stick to that mindset where, if the weather's good and the greens, I'm hitting it good, just try and hit as many greens and try and get them close and just hold as many putts. But yeah, if the weather's like this, obviously it's a grind, and I was just trying to make some pars on those last few holes.
And pacing today was sometimes a bit slow at some points. How do you try to stay within yourself and not get too distracted out there, knowing there might be a little bit more time in between those shots?
Yeah, I think that I've always struggled with that from ever since I turned professional, and I think it's one of those things I've had to learn to deal with. Just already golf is such a hard game where your mind, sometimes gets carried away and you keep thinking about the next hole or the next shot or the next few holes. So it's hard when there's a lot of hold up and you kind of have to watch the groups in front of you play. So yeah, I've tried to switch off on those times and not think about the golf at all and just keep moving, keep swinging, just to stay loose, especially because it was cold today.
And just, you've been up in the top of the leaderboards going into the final round. What do you think the key will be for you to try to get this one done?
Yeah, I think I just have to shoot a good round. I think everyone's, like I've said before in the LPGA, I feel like every week 10 or 15 girls play the best golf, but, one of them ends up winning. So I think I really have to shoot a good round, hopefully go make more birdies than I made today and try and not drop any shots. But yeah, I'm just going to stick to my game plan, and yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Thank you so
you.
much.